I like talking about things that some people think of as taboo, but that I don't think should be taboo. Which is basically my way of saying welcome to my vasectomy chat. So I'm Everyday Girl Dad, or Mike Reynolds, and I am just a regular dad to 2 daughters, trying to raise them as honestly as I can. And, well, I talk about vasectomies and stuff. In a relationship with a man and a woman, birth control and family planning are often the sole responsibility of the woman. If they're not the sole responsibility of the woman, they are primarily the responsibility of the woman. I had a vasectomy because for us, that was a very effective family planning solution. People sometimes ask us, are you going to try for a third? And we both look at each other and smile broadly, and without hiding anything, we'll gladly say, oh no, Mike had a vasectomy. I don't shy away from the discussions because I think this is a great way for men to take part in family planning. So if you have a partner or a friend, or if it's you personally, who have questions that you'd like to ask just about kind of the emotional build-up leading up to it, the process, I will not answer medical questions, but if you do have questions, just pop them in the comments below and I guarantee you that I will get to them. So here is a point-by-point breakdown of all the things that I thought of when I was getting my vasectomy. 1. Birth control is not only a woman's responsibility. 2. This procedure was a really non-invasive way for me to take part in those family planning solutions. 3. Penis, scrotum, pubic hair, testicles. These are all words that I'm completely comfortable saying. They are all words that you will hear as part of your consultation process. At first, I was definitely nervous about the pain that would come along with the procedure. I am well aware of how much it hurts to get kicked in the testicles, and for some reason that was the only pain relationship that I could make. 5. My vasectomy went exactly as planned. It followed the step-by-step from the process leading up to it to the care instructions afterwards. Mine went exactly how the instruction manual would tell you. 6. Not everyone's does. 7. As the appointment itself got near, I had more emotional concerns than I had physical ones. 8. I wondered if it would be difficult to transition to what we had planned to be a no more children stage of our lives. 9. You are completely allowed to cry a little bit, moving from one stage of your life to another. 10. I definitely cried multiple times thinking of the first time that I held both of my daughters. 11. I acknowledge that I won't hold either of my daughters for the first time ever again. 12. I'm happy that I had a chance to hold my daughter for the first time, and honestly I'm happy that it won't be happening again. 13. Yes, I wondered if producing sperm during intercourse was an important part of my masculinity. 14. No, I don't feel silly for having had that discussion internally. And no, I determined that was not part of my masculinity. Producing sperm during intercourse was not something that defined me. 16. It was hilarious to listen to the men in the waiting room after their procedure when their volume was kicked in the highest. 17. It was equally entertaining to watch them interact with the non-medicated person who was there to drive them back home. 18. At one point, we had a family friend of ours lined up to be my post-vasectomy drive home. Basically a little post-vasectomy day around the town. We did not end up going with this option. 19. We ended up taking a taxi to the procedure and back from the procedure. We didn't talk much. 20. My partner stayed with me before the procedure and after the procedure in the waiting room, and I explicitly told her to kick me in the leg if I started acting like all of the other people waiting along with me. 21. In terms of pain experienced during the procedure, it was maybe a top 50. I wouldn't put it anywhere inside of the top 50 though. 22. I didn't watch any procedure because I was afraid that maybe I would flinch and my penis would accidentally get cut off. 23. That was just silly, there was no knife used. 24. Somehow, every vasectomy doctor you will find will have an ironic name. 25. There is much masturbation involved in vasectomy recovery. 26. The final bit of vasectomy recovery masturbation, so the very last time that I was sending a sample off for, was the least romantic orgasm of my entire life. 27. I checked for my final lab results more frequently than I checked for any grade that I got during high school or university. 28. I didn't know what the term no motile sperm found meant. 29. I did know what no contraception necessary meant. 30. I wore an athletic support for a few days following the procedure. and wearing this around was the closest I've ever felt to being a professional athlete. 31, a vasectomy is less invasive than tubal ligation. 32, my partner bought me breakfast, lunch, and dinner on vasectomy day. 33, there were step-by-step instructions for how to shave your pubic region in the lunch bag type instruction bag that I was given before my procedure. 34, dry shave razors are amazing. I was completely nervous that I was going to cut myself the first few times I used them, and by the end of it I was wondering how I could go snap up every dry shave razor in the world. 35, almost 3 years later, I am still extremely happy with the decision I made and am completely comfortable talking about it with anyone who wants to ask. 36, my partner is too. And that's my vasectomy story in a nutshell. So remember to follow along if you're interested in hearing things like vasectomy stories or anything else you might think is taboo to talk about on videos that I will gladly talk about with anybody on a video or face-to-face. Comment again if you have any questions or comments or things you'd like just to run by me to get my opinion. Again, there were a lot of thoughts that crossed my mind before the vasectomy, during the actual vasectomy, and afterwards. That's it for now. Talk to you next time.